Hi everyone. Well, I'm here in the process of stepping out of the shower and getting myself ready. I have been really busy. I've been helping my son and daughter-in-law get settled into their new home. They moved a couple of weeks ago and they both travel and work from home, and so they haven't had a whole lot of time. So I've been over there trying to help them with the unboxing and getting organized, and today I thought what I would like to try to do is film little video using my big steamer that I use to steam out like draperies and stuff, and they just hung some yesterday, so I'm going to show you that. And I want to talk a little bit about like the prep for your skin that you use either before you wear your makeup or just to stand alone. And I want to talk about two products that I have been using throughout, probably I'm going to say about the last 2 months, 2.5 months I've had these products, and I really like them. One is Bioderma, and this is a pore refiner. And after I wash my face, I have a couple of different face washes that I alternate with and use and wash, and then tone my face and put my moisturizer on, whatever it is that I'm using. And I will tell you, I have been kind of flip-flopping back and forth between different moisturizers that I have been trialing, and I'll talk more about them after I've used them for a while and kind of give you an update on, do I like them, do they work for me? And this is strictly me. This is my opinion. This has nothing to do with, you know, how it works for anybody else. But this Bioderma pore refiner, I love this. It really, you know, there is nothing out there on the market that I've ever been aware of, and I just know you can't really get rid of your pores. But what you can do is keep them as clean as you can, purge them, and try to get them to mask, or, you know, just kind of as a fill-in. And I love this. This feels good on your skin. It doesn't leave a really heavy white kind of pasty look, because some pore refiners do that, or primers, and they'll kind of leave like a kind of a pasty look to your skin. But this doesn't do that, and this feels super good. And I'm gonna slip my glasses on just so I can share. I've talked about this before, but not into great depth. It just says apply once or twice a day all over your face or on local T-zone area, forehead, nose, and chin. And I apply it all over my face. I like the way it feels. It says corrective care for enlarged pores, skin blemishes, tightens the pores, and refines the skin texture. And I mean, it really does that. I love it. I love it. I also use Bioderma face soap about, I would say at least about 3 times a week, usually at night, after I take my makeup off and give it a good scrub. But like I said, I alternate with my face regimen. I don't just use one particular brand. I am experimenting. I feel like my skin does better, and I feel like you have to kind of meet the needs of your own skin. But this, I think, is an excellent product. I will link below. I believe I bought this through Amazon. I love it, and I really think it does a good job. And just the texture after applying it, I really like. Second is Helio Care, and this has a sunscreen of 50. This is called Gel Cream, and it's light, and it's got a broad spectrum, 50 high protection, which is why I really like it. And what this says, it says apply before sun exposure, reapply frequently. I use this. I apply the Bioderma pore refiner, let it just kind of, you know, pat it into my skin, let the tackiness go away, and then I apply this over it. And what this does is it has a little bit of color to it. It's very light. Doesn't have any heavy coverage for your skin. There we go. I don't want to waste it. It is light, and I'm not even sure if there's a whole lot of choices. I don't know if it's just light and dark. I don't know, but I have it in the light. And I like the fact that it has that great 50 protection in it. So what I wanted to mention, and of course this, I don't want to waste, but this is just a white. And it doesn't take a lot, very little. So I wanted to mention these two products, HelioCare in light, 50 SPF, and Bioderma. And what I wanted to say is I'm been using this week because I've been so busy just getting out of the shower, running over, doing my thing, that I have just been using it as as a coverage for my face and nothing else. No BB creams, no CC creams, no other liquid foundation, just these two products. And then I do use my Chanel pressed powder and a little bit of blush, and that's what I have been doing this week. So I kind of feel like I've been giving my skin a little bit of break from makeup, and I like the way it looks. This actually, HelioCare actually leaves a nice little glow on your face. Glow is the best word, but enough to just make it look you know, just kind of fresh. And so I like that. It has that ability to do that, and it feels good. You know, you don't like sunscreen, you're not going to like the smell, but doesn't bother me at all. So I just really wanted to come on and talk about that. And then today I am going to be doing a little bit of video using my steamer. So I did want to talk a little bit today about these two products just by themselves, because I think they're really a great addition to healthy skin. And they both work, I mean, beautifully if you want to put on full coverage foundation, whether it's powder or liquid. I've just been using them very consistently throughout the past couple of months, and they're definitely favorites. They're definitely ones that I will, you know, repurchase. It's just like this will last a long time. This I use a little bit more of, and very worth it. So I will link these below and give you the information to that. And now I'm going to move on to getting the hair dried, because I'm on my way back over there to spend a few more hours getting things organized.
Outfit of the day, guys. A simple, it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus t-shirt and jeans, and of course my cup of coffee. And let's not forget, I need a hearty breakfast. Avocado toast with eggs on it and everything but the bagel seasoning. Yum, so good.
Power couple, pumpkin and cinnamon. But for me, oh, I spilled my coffee everywhere. Avocado egg on toast, and a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning on the eggs. Oh my gosh, so good. So it's been a little bit of a fiasco because my steamer did not want to work properly, and I guess it's because I've been negligent and I haven't descaled it. So I had to try to, just like a coffee pot, rinse some vinegar through it, and I guess I just really need to do it a couple more times because I really struggled today. For the first steaming, it's fine. I got a lot of the wrinkles out, but I'm dealing with high humidity today. Even though the air conditioner is on in the house, it's just, I'm fighting it. and the steamer not working. Oh, what a fiasco. But at least the first part of it is steamed, and I'll go over it again in a little while, see if the steamer's working just a little bit better. I found that if I could turn it off and on, it worked a little better. Oh boy, what a job. Oh my gosh, guys, today's not been my day. I really had intended on videoing the steaming the curtains.
But it was just a comedy of error. So I got it working a little better, and I thought I would go ahead and demonstrate how it works on clothing a little bit better.
But you can see it's still putting out some steam, even though I've turned the button off. It only takes about 60 seconds to heat it up, so it works really fast. So next shirt, you can see it has some creasing in it, so let's not waste the steam, and I'm just gonna pull it. And you don't want to saturate it because that will cause more creasing. You just kind of want to pull it taut a little bit and just motion it up and down. Sometimes when I have the attachment on, I can just go sideways and then the brush can actually touch the garment. I did use the brush attachment for the curtains today, which helped. That didn't take no time at all. I see just a little bit here.
It seems like it's working a lot better than it did earlier this afternoon, because I did do the vinegar process to it about 4 or 5 times. I've added an attachment to the head of the steamer, which is a brush, and it's kind of nice because it'll pull off any lint that may be on the article of clothing, and this particular sweater had a few more creases in it, but when I finished, it really came out really nice, and I was happy with it. So I'm going to clean the steamer again one more time before I use it again tomorrow, and then I will finish up with their long drapes at their house, and I'm glad it's back to working again.
Okay, hello everybody. Have you ever had one of those days where you're just like, you know what, I just want to give up and throw in the towel? But I was determined not to. So I set off today to kind of take you with me while I demonstrated my steam iron. It is a Rowenta 1550, I think it's called. I've had it for probably 4 or 5 years, and I took it with me over to my kids' house so that I could steam their curtains that they just hung. They hung those big, long, I think 120-inch curtains over their windows, and so I planned on using the big steamer to get the majority of the curtains ironed out, and then a hand steamer to get onto a step stool to get on top, because the steamer hose is only so long. So I went, and you know, it's just kind of a comedy of errors, really, seriously. I left, it was raining, pouring. It's like humid, swampy out. Yeah, it's just rain, and everything was just so humid outside. I mean, my glasses steamed up as soon as I went from inside to outside, and it was hot in the house. Even though the air's on, it's like, you can put your air down so far, but it's really not going to kick in because it's not really hot outside, so the temperature inside, but you can feel that dampness. So running a steamer and all the humidity was not fun today. I could literally feel, you know, wow or no wow. The curls on the back of my hair just kind of flip-flopping. But I started to video, and my steamer just turned on the first 60 seconds and started shooting out steam, and then nothing. Just kind of stopped. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? Okay, maybe I put too much water in the reservoir. So I took it, emptied it out, started it back up, kicked on, stopped. Oh no. So I started troubleshooting because I'm like, okay, I want to get this job done. And I started troubleshooting, and, you know, it's talking about, you know, descaling your unit. And I didn't have my manual with me, of course. It was home, and I was like, descaling the unit. I've never done that. But I suppose it's just like a coffee pot where you have to, every so often, run your vinegar through it to kind of get away all that gunky stuff that builds up in there. And then I thought, oh my gosh, was I supposed to use, I don't remember. I've never used distilled water in it. It's always been plain old tap water, and I don't have hard water. And so I troubleshooted, Googled it, watched a video, came up with, nope, I could use the tap water, but it definitely probably needs vinegar run through it. So I watched this little demonstration and thought, okay, I'll do that. But I didn't really see too much coming out. And then my son, you know, arrived at his house because he had taken my granddaughter for a little trick-or-treating in the downtown area. And then he's like, well, you know, I don't think you put enough vinegar in it, so let's do it again. So we did it probably about 3 times when I was over there, and chasing it down with hot water. And then a couple of particles did break up in it, and then it started to work. But yet the whole ordeal, literally, I just thought, you know, I love using my steamer, and I can usually do like a whole bunch of clothes like that I have hanging right here. Once I steam them, I like to just hang them loosely because they're somewhat damp, and I don't really want them to get all, you know, scrunched up in between the other clothes. So I just let them kind of loosely hang and let the steam, you know, kind of dry off on them. But honestly, I just thought, okay, I'm going to go over there and zip, and get this thing done. And oh my gosh, 3 hours later, I'm still steaming. So it was kind of a fail. But it's okay because I'll show you here. They did come pretty nice. I do want to bring my hand steamer over and get on a step stool and do the top portion. It's not as bad as, you know, as it was on the bottom, but that was a demonstration of my clothes steamer. So I'm just going to kind of put this together the way it is. You know what, guys? It's life. It's just life. Sometimes things just don't go the way you want them to, but I do want to share it with you because I do like this steamer for clothes. Now, I'm the type of person that grew up with a mom who said, you have to iron your clothes. That's just all this to it. We ironed everybody's clothes in the whole family. And I just can't wear my clothes if they're all wrinkled up. I can't do it. I can't go out of the house. Even if it's just a little t-shirt, you know, I just have to kind of iron. But I really like a steamer, and I'll just explain to you what I like about it. Okay, let me tell you what I don't like about it. The only thing I don't like about it is that if you really want a sharp crease on something, you have to use an iron. And one of my favorite irons that I think that are out there is the Rowenta. I think Rowenta makes a really great iron, and I've used one for years and years. And of course, I use that type of iron always for my crafting, especially if I'm putting blocks together for quilting and you want to open those seams up. I love the Rowenta. But just to steam slight wrinkles out of, you know, your clothing and stuff, I think a steamer does a great job, and it is fast. I mean, I can steam through a whole bunch of clothes way quicker than I can iron them. So I do love a steamer for that reason. And there's also the convenience of the hand steamers because they're more portable and they're just smaller. This is a big one, and I love to use it for my drapes, my curtains, especially if I sometimes just put my curtains in, spray them with a little bit of water and stick them in the dryer just to, you know, kind of clean the dust off of them, hang them back up, and then I just love to run that steamer up and down them because it just freshens them up and it's so nice. So I do love a steamer for that because I think it is quick, I think it is easy, and I think it does a great job steaming your clothes. And so for that reason, I love it. But also, you know, when you buy a product like that, you should be, you know, not as reliant on other people like your husband maybe to say, oh yeah, he always takes care of all that stuff and making sure things get, you know, cleaned out and stuff. And I just kind of ignore it. But I'm working on it now. So I've got some more vinegar soaking in there because I love it so much. I don't want to replace it. And it is a good it's a good steamer, so hopefully I can bring it back to life. And so I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to demonstrate it, and so I did put it together, a little clip that I can show you of doing the clothes and a few pictures of the curtains and how they finally turned out. But yeah, not a fun day. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you'll consider joining. And until my next video, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye.